see it from there? This video camera? Oh no, they just only
no.
see the
I
presentation.
want to see your presentation.
And then they
So
hear
if
my
I
voice.
want, yeah,
But they hear my voice.
so hear your voice. If I want to change the camera. Camera one is for what's on the screen. Camera two is
Just like you.
so just leave it on there. Come forward, please. We are just seeing the numbers. Sister Val, come forward, come forward. Well, am I going to come to the front, come to the front, come to the front. I think I went to some Sister Me that they want to see you. Sister Vila, Sister Crooks, they want to see you, so I will have to
Do that one as well.
I want to do the camera switches.
So then I don't have to go around. I would like to walk and back.
Oh, you want to walk?
But it's difficult for you, so I have to stay. Sometimes I jump and you know. So I have to stay here because the camera is pointing this way.
Yes.
That's fine.
If you want to move, I can follow you. It means I have to go there.
It's a lot of work for you.
But it's all right.
Okay, shall we begin? Time is 3:29, is it? 3:26. Or shall we wait until 3:30? It's wait.
I think we can sing.
Sing one song. Reading thou I love to proclaim it, reading by the blood of the Lamb, reading through his infinite mercy, his talent forever I am. Reading by the blood of the Lamb, redeemed.
begin. Let's bow our heads. Father in heaven, thank you. Thank you once more that you will be with us today, and your Spirit is going to speak to our hearts for us who are here and those who are watching online. Thank you for your love and for your care. Thank you for the food that we enjoyed. And be with us now in this meeting in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and those who are online as well. So we are here because of this reason. I would like to share with you the NEC, the Personal Ministry Department Comprehensive Strategy for Church Growth. And actually, I'm really excited to bring this matter to you. But many of you are not here. Maybe I could come back another time. But when it's arranged when people are not away, so in the afternoon. So the preamble to this strategy is that it is relational focus. I can give you this slide, and it's collaborative as well. It's not just information focus; it's relational. It's collaborative because coming from the ADC, the Personal Ministers Department is trying to collaborate with other departments and collaborating with the teens and the youth, and soon Sabbath School and also the ministerial director as well, and even with health and community services. So if I may be a drop in the ocean, but at least I would like my fellow directors to really do a collaborative, because collaboration. There's so many things that are happening. You know, it is as if we are competing with our different projects or different dates. If it can happen in the conference, it could also happen in the local church. We will be more collaborative in our efforts. A unified aim, because there is one purpose and one goal, and it is to grow the church through discipleship and disciple making. It's holistic approach because we are not just focusing on merely about the message that we bring. We're focusing as well on the messenger. You know, the angels flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting good news. They're not literal angels, they are us. They're the messengers from the Greek word angelos. And so I put up a diagram, a visual diagram, for you to be able to appreciate it. That the strategy is only 4 stages, and it's easier. And this strategy, a 4-stage strategy for the church, it is really for the local church. It's not just a theoretical idea, from books or whatever. It is practical, and it has been implemented, and it has been piloted, and it works. And if not all the churches in the ADC can do this, but then at least most of the churches in the ADC can do this. And I'm very excited about the explosion, the growth that has happened in my district because of this. And the Lord has grown tremendously the work, and it can be replicated as well. That would be nice. So the evangelism method that we are going to really do here is not just information focused, but it is a very relational focus. And it is done through the community of believers. And it isn't just simply an event focus, but it is a lifestyle change. Now, the 4 stages are the following. The first one is what you call the frontline ministries and missional teams. That's for number 1. And then number 2 is nurturing and discipling groups. Number 3 is understanding and reaping. And then number 4, retention and disciple making. So 1 is connected to 2. 2 is connected to 3. 3 is connected to the 4th. And the 4th is directly connected to 1, so that it becomes a cycle. Are you with me? All right. So it's similar to the General Conference evangelism cycle, that there are a bit 7 or 8 stages about sowing, about preparing the soil, sowing, and all of that. It's all the same, but it is 1 and 2. Actually, it's about preparation of the soil and the sowing of the seed, and also cultivating, actually, straight there. So I would like to explain to you now. I would like really to go. I don't want to stay in one place. Frontline ministries and missional team. That's number one. What is it? Well, for the frontline ministries in the church, we have already community services. We have health ministries. These are frontline because this one is not giving Bible studies, but it's directly reaching its arm to the community. Are you with me? That's why it's frontline ministries. ADRA can be considered a frontline ministries as well. But I'm going to explain to you what missional team is. When I was in Dudley before, we own a stretch of water canal. And in that canal, we said to the council, we're going to own this. Any rubbish surrounding this canal, we're going to take care of it. Any rubbish that goes into the canal, we'll try as well. And so the council issued us, this litter picker, gloves, and then goggles, and high vest, stability vest. And so in that, we probably six black bags of rubbish surrounding that canal, and we even took from the canal, the trolley coming from maybe Sainsbury's or Asda. So at least there is a footprint in the community, and the neighbors would go out and say, "Oh, what are you doing? Can we help you?" And then that starts our community engagement. So that is stage one, meaning the stage one really goes out into the community. And when we make friendship with them, we are making big our footprint. They will understand that the church is interested with the community. So once again, health ministries, community services, but also missional teams. You can be creative in whatever you want to do, as long as it engages the community. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all this because I'm going to give that to you. I'm just going to give you the information that the Trans-European Division actually is promoting and funding creative, innovative projects. And this is what I would like to share with you. This is an application. This is already in the website of the Initiative Personal Ministries. You can download that. If you want to apply for funding, you speak to me, or you email me, you ring me, and I will help you. So that, because I sit in the board to approve funds from the churches, so I want to make sure that your application is true. Okay, so when I went to Newcastle, we started grouping the young people. The two churches, South Shields and Newcastle, they're not talking to each other. And there is no engagement between youths. And so we started a lot. I started actually with mountain biking because I like mountain biking, but nobody would follow me into the mountains. Walking, we started, but only a few would walk into the mountains. So we started basketball. And although I'm not so tall, the young people played, but it's so expensive to hire a court for basketball. And so we tried basketball and volleyball as well. It's still the same, too expensive. And so we go into my hobby, badminton. With badminton, it's cheaper, and we can involve a lot of people. And so with the badminton now, we grew, and the community came, even Muslims came, and they liked the presence and the advantage and their friendliness in the game. And so these are the pictures. And our badminton club actually now, so we're talking stage one, okay? The stage one. Missional teams, and this is creative, innovative approaches. Because this is called creative because it's not the usual. It's not the health ministries, it's not the community services, it's not the missional team that cleans or whatever in the environment. It is creative because it's using sports. However, we use our sports to become a ministry that is linked to other ministries. So here, these are people, genuine people here. And we meet them 3 times a week. We play 3 times a week. I can't play 3 times a week. Sometimes only once or 2. Because we all know, they're people and they're very young. And so, so tomorrow they're playing. It is run by a committee. And so, yes, so wonderful. So we create friendship in there. More than half of that are non-Adventists. And so we say to our Adventist friends, please, you have to show your Christianity in the game. You make friends with them, and it becomes the fishing pond for our ministry for stage 2. Because this is the length of stage. I'm going to tell you what stage 2 in a moment. So, but here, I'm going to show you something. This one in the middle, this English lady here, she came to our club, but she also runs a badminton club for refugees and asylum seekers. And she says, I need a coach to help me because there's so many of them. They would hire 8 courts, badminton courts, and it is run by the council for refugees and asylum seekers. And she joined our club, and she says, can you teach me? So I told her, and we became friends. By the way, those two ladies, she's not Adventist. Only one is Adventist there. And when we became friends, there is relationship now. She says, do you have community project in your church? You're at church, right? Yeah, we're at church. Do you have community projects? She says, yes. Now, if you have community projects, let me know. And I will sign up to 22,000 to help you. That's a person from the community. And that person doesn't even go to church, but because of the friendship that we create, because of the relationship that we create, even her is willing to help church. Are you with me? So he said, it is a blessing when we go out there and engage with the community and really create friendship. So the aspect that I would like to really promote here is not just information approach. It is a relational approach to evangelism. That's what I'm trying to promote here. Now, so these ladies, 2 are non-Adventists. Only 1 here is an Adventist. So the reason why we do number 1, before I go to number 2. So what are the number 1 again? This is stage 1. Okay, so we have community services, we have health, we have missional team, we have creative. The other way of doing creative ministry is walking, like club, a walking club. Some of my colleagues in London, they're ladies, they're creating walking clubs. They just knock the door and, okay, it's time to walk because there's forest near. And after that, they go into a cafe. So they maybe drink tea or maybe hot drink, chocolate drink or whatever. And they say, okay, we are going to subsidize your drink because you are part of our walking club. But then they tell stories and they open up and then they pray. Whilst walking as well into the woods, they create friendship, they talk and all of that. That's what they did. And so that's number 1, that's creative initiative. So our badminton, we just received £3,600 for the year to support us. Manchester is doing volleyball, and I help as well them, and they receive 6,500. So because I sit in the TED, in the vision board, once I know that your church is having creative ministry in order to engage the community at least once a week, let me know. We will do the application together, and we'll help you get the funding. Because they want us to have creative initiative so that they understand that the church really is interested in the community. Christianity is not just going to church. Christianity is, going into the all aspects of our lives, even sports, even environment, even whatever. So whatever theme that you would like to do, you don't have to do badminton, you don't have to do walking. You can do anything. Maybe domino or maybe sewing or whatever you want to do that engages the community even at least once a week. Yeah, you can do that. Because we want to bring them into stage 2. And the stage 2 actually is the nurturing and the discipling groups. This is where the training comes in. This is what really boomed the church and the district. So, I'm going to give you an analogy. Say, for example, this is the church. And this is the community. Okay? Now, the church is a fresh water lake. And the fish there are swimming in a fresh water. This is the community. This is the sea. This is salt water. Salt water fish are swimming in here. Now, can I ask you, will the saltwater fish survive in a fresh lake? They can't. That's why when we say our method of evangelism is to invite the community to come to our church, it won't work. because they won't survive the culture that we have in here. The way we dress, the way we sing, the way we do things here, and all day engagement. They can't survive because, as I said, they are saltwater fish. That is freshwater fish. And so number 2 is the nurturing and discipling groups. That's where it comes in the middle. It comes in the middle. It's like a bridge. So you have care groups that stands in the middle for people not to invite directly to the church, but for the people to meet that church, because people is that church. Are you with me? People is not a building. I mean, the church is not a building. The church is people. Ecclesia, the called out ones. That's why Paul says in Romans 4, greet the church that is in their house. Because the church is not building, the church is the people. Is that all right? All right. So, this is small group called care group. And it isn't just a small group like any other small group in any religion or any Adventist who has done small group in the past. I know that there are small groups that were tried to arrange and try to establish small groups, but it didn't work, it died. But this one is not dying, it's flourishing. Because it is age-targeted supported groups. So we don't mix adults with youth. When we create and before we establish groups, we train them first. Train them, disciple them properly. So that when they have finished training, they are never the same again. They are changed forever. So we have adult care groups, we have young adult care groups, we have youth care groups, we have teens care group. And that is when it becomes a collaboration across the department, because I am tapping now the youth and the teens. Are you with me? All right. Now, so what happens is it's a relational approach. So here it is. This is our first adult care group in South Shields. Okay? So we have Malaysians, we have Chinese, we have Filipinos, we have Africans, we have Romanians, and we also have Japanese, and others are from the Caribbean. So this is what we are, the adult care group. We meet once a week, and then we bring our friends or colleagues that we can invite, not to the church, but to us. And they warm up to us because it's a caring group. And then, because it's a smaller one, we can share each other. And we create belongingness in there. In the training, we will tell you what you do, so that these people who come to you are warming up to you. They are warming up to you in your group than they warm up to the church. Because it is a small setting. And it became